morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We are back again to discuss the new learnings. In this session, we have for you the 50 words, rather common business words that we can use in our spoken language to make it more impactful, more cogent, more affirmative when we are addressing a congregation or a crowd or a team meeting. So we'll try and see each of them very carefully. So today's session will be focusing on the 50 words that will make your vocabulary more stronger for business communication. So let's go ahead. Let's see what we have. 50 words. That these words are primarily focused on ITSM, ITIL professionals who are working on incident, problem, change, capacity, risk, knowledge, management of ITL modules. So this vocabulary will really help them. Let's go. Right, the first word of today is sporadic. This word is spoken as an sporadic, that is intermittent, something that is happening off and on at times. That's not regular. Second word for today is maneuver. Maneuver means the like a more careful movement of something is ratherly referred as maneuver. This is noun. We'll be using it, keeping this in mind that it's noun and verb as well. This careful movement is called maneuver in verb term. Third word in the list is ignominy. This signifies the public shame. Ignominy is being imprisoned. As an example, actually, is when you're speaking something, you're saying, "Okay, I had to face the ignominy." Ignominy. Fourth is culmination. That is reaching to a highest peak or something which is in the last phase or final phase of delivery. It's culmination. Next in the list is fifth word is conformities. Usual standard. Seventh is pandemonium. This means people say that okay, hanky panky, haphazardly, but the right word is pandemonium. This is noun actually. You'll be using it. Something which is in absolute disorder, not organized in the right way. Six is contagious. That talks about the contagious means infectious. We know that this COVID period, so we say that COVID is contagious disease. Eighth is contentious, means the arguable, something which is requires argument or encourages argument or controversies. Contentious. Obnoxious is completely that is unpleasant. Somebody is doing something that is really making unbearable to work. Somebody is typing on the keyboard obnoxiously. So and making sound actually. This is obnoxious means something is extremely unpleasant. Tenth is prophecy. Prophecy is foretelling the future. You're saying what will happen in the future. The prophecy. 11th is nuisance. Nuisance means it's something which is causing inconvenience or annoyance. Nuisance. Reminiscing is 12th word that signifies means remembering the joyful time uh, particularly in the past. Remembering what happened in the past is called reminiscing. The word is reminiscing. 13 is denigrate. Denigrate means defaming, disparaging remarks. Denigrating means, which you call it, curtailing somebody's image. 14th word in the list is trivializing, denigrating. Trivializing means you're denigrating somebody's image. If you look at the last one, actually, denigrating and trivializing means the curtailing somebody's image. Rendezvous means mostly this is used for a meeting. Actually, we are rendezvousing the meeting at the right time. We're starting the meeting at the right time. This is rendezvousing. Rendezvous. Comprehend. This is one of the words we usually understand, but we don't use it. Comprehend means learn and comprehend. Means understand it carefully. Comprehend. Relegated, something which is criticized. Relegated. 17th word in the series is relegated. Means downsizing. We have already seen it. We'll see 17 is surreptitious. Surreptitious is something that is kept very secret without telling somebody. And this word is adjective. So adjective means that adjective will signify or will appreciate noun. Remember, an adverb will appreciate verb. So you'll be using for noun actually. His actions are very surreptitious. Right. 18 is imposition, was forcing somebody to do something. Is imposition, yeah. 19 is inexorable. Inexorable is difficult to stop. It's adverb. The way he works is quite exorable. 20 is appellative. That signifies titles, headlines, or something. Conferred means discuss with somebody. This is 21. 22nd is conferred again, discuss with. This is duplicacy. Conferred 27, 22 again. 23rd is vindicate. That says releasing somebody from the blame or suspicion or charges. It's called vindicating. This is verb. So we'll say, seems that we can, looking at his past performance, we can vindicate his current frailties. We can say that. Next on the list is cognitive. That is intellectual solution. Something when you're discussing with somebody, you can say that okay, we need to have something called cognitive solution on this one. Aberration means deviation from the usual standard. Aberration is noun again. 26 is confiscate or removing something. Like when you're working on a solution, it's just, all right, we need to remove this. So let's confiscate this part actually. 27 is hypothetical. There's hypothetical. People also say the hypothetical. So hypothetical. The word is, it means something rough sketch. When you discuss something, it's like, okay, let's take a hypothetical example. Disband means disperse. Disperse, scatters. When you probably you have a call open, you said let's disband this or disband this particular call that we are on. Disband means scatter, remove, close down. 29th word in the list is articulate. This word signifies that rather than saying that I speak up, if you say articulation, or let me articulate, it makes the more your spoken English or the way of communication more emphatic. Capricious means impulsive. Somebody's behavior when you say something he doesn't understand, he or she doesn't understand. You can say that his behavior is quite capricious behavior. Adjective, so it'll be appraising noun actually. 31st word in the list is repercussion. Repercussion. This two word. There are two ways of what you call it pronouncing it. Right word is repercussion. Repercussion. People also say the repercussion. This repercussion is the right word. That means consequences, and that is signifies a wrong one or some ill impact is also already known. It signifies or probably referred as a repercussions. 32 is obnoxiously, somewhat extremely unpleasant. We have already covered this in last slide. This is duplicacy. Disagreeable, irritating, something. This is adjective. 33 is obnoxious again. This is reputation. Well, predicament. This is a like kind of what you call it uncomfortable situation when you be in here. This is noun. So my actions put me in a very predicament situation. Yeah, I'm facing a predicament, financial predicament, very difficult situation. Predicament. Precarious is likely to collapse. You said the solution is provided, but solutions are very precarious. Something which is likely to collapse, or after a certain period of time, you believe that this will be likely to collapse. Promulgate. Better word is when you say that let me spread this news. You can either say promulgate or accentuate. 36. Bafflement is confusion. You say, oh, this was a complete bafflement for me. I'm not able to understand even a single thing out of it. Bafflement. 38 is sublimate. Sublimate means implying your energy in the right way to get the higher value pursuit in your life, actually. Sublimate. Perfunctory means carrying out some work without real interest by some forcible action or something like that. Perfunctory. This is again adjective word. Perfunctory. Perfunctory. Subterfuge means deceit used in doing something. Like you cheated somebody, so rather than saying cheated, you still deceit used, you'll say subterfuges. I can sense that some subterfuges in the process. 41, incapacitating. Incapacitate means blocking something. When somebody is doing something, you can say he's incapacitating this. This is verb. 42 is outlandish behavior, something which is you find that his behavior is not up to standard, is not up to the mark. You will say his behavior is quite outlandish. 43 is hand wringing. Somebody who's showing the excessive concern is known as hand wringing. That this is noun again. What happens? Somebody is pretending the hand wringing that oh I care for you, but actually he doesn't care for you. So this word is noun actually. Hand wringing. You can utilize it. Excessive display of concern. Hand wringing. Next is empirical belief. Something based on experience. Like just my godly what you call it experience on God realization is based on my empirical beliefs or my learning. My entire experience is based on my empirical beliefs. Nobody taught me that, but I learn it by doing it. That's called empirical belief, empirical learning, empirical experiences. Empirical is a word. Right, substantiate, prove something, confirm. They say is substantiate. I said whatever you said, you need to substantiate it. You need to prove it. Is a verb. It's a very strong word. 46. There's circumvent means overcome. Circumvent. I said, okay, I'm working on my frailties. I'm trying to circumvent it. I'm trying to fix my shortcomings that I have. We'll say, oh, I'm trying to figure it out. We will say, rather say, I'm trying to circumvent this. they get around the root of it. 47th is prima facie. The first observation, when you look at something, you based on the first experience, you pass on your judgment or your thought on something is called prima facie. Now, precarious is likely to collapse. We have already seen it. 59, subdued. This is adjective again. Signifies or appreciates the verb or talks about the verb. Like says, um, I felt strangely subdued as I drove back home. Or you said, I felt strangely subdued after I attended the meeting with my manager. So like you're feeling like alone, not speaking, like keeping yourself suppressed. 50 is the last word for the day. Is convoluted, something which is very complex. We say rather than say complex, we say this statement is quite convoluted. This, or you can say in the long in the common words in the meeting when you have discussion with the team members or members and managers or the stakeholders, you can say that go solution is quite convoluted. It has to be more simple. Hope these words are quite useful for you. Let's let's learn and share the practices with each other. This is what I had, the 50 words for ITSM professional. Do like, share, subscribe in case you find that these words are really handy and that can really help you in your professional career persuasion. Goodbye for me. Cheers.